Hello students, welcome to Saurabh's classes. Today our topic is cell organelles and we will be discussing about some of the important cell organelles in this video, and the first one I'd like to discuss is the cell wall, and I'll discuss it through some points. So now let's get started. Now the first point is mononeurons plant prostistans fungi and plants have characteristic cell wall around their plasma membrane. Fungi and plants have characteristic cell wall around their plasma membrane, which is lacking in animal cells. A cell wall around their plasma membrane which is lacking in animal cells. So, mononeurons, plant prostistans, fungi and plants have characteristic cell walls around their plasma membrane. That means this cell wall actually surrounds this plasma membrane, but in animal cells the cell wall is not present. Now the next point is the cell wall is non-living, which is secreted and maintained by the protoplasm. So the cell wall is non-living. Which is secreted and maintained by the protoplasm. It constitutes a framework that provides mechanical support to the organisms. So this cell wall actually helps in mechanical support to the organisms. It actually helps in giving mechanical support to the organisms. Now, so in this point, the the cell wall is non-living, which is secreted and maintained by the protoplasm, and the cell wall actually helps in giving mechanical support to the organisms. Now, in the next point, in plants it is composed principally of cellulose. So in plants, in case of plants, the cell wall is composed, this cell wall is composed the cell wall is composed by cellulose, principally by cellulose. So this is in case of plants. Now the next point is adjacent walls are cemented by calcium pectate, which forms medial lamella. So the adjacent walls are composed or are cemented by calcium pectate, which forms middle lamella, So adjacent walls are cemented by calcium pectate, which forms middle lamella. Now the next point is, on the basis of development and structure, the plant cell walls can be divided into 3 layers. So we can divide the plant cell layers cell wall layers on the basis of development and structure, in into 3 layers. These are, okay, let me take a new color. Okay, the first one is primary wall. The second one is secondary wall. And the last one is tertiary wall. So the 3 types of walls are primary wall, secondary wall and tertiary wall. Now The last point is plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata. It is also an important feature of cell wall. So, in most of the plant cells, there are bridges of cytoplasmic material called plasmodesmata. There are bridges of cytoplasmic materials called plasmodesmata. So basically the plasmodesmata is a bridge of cytoplasmic materials which we can find in plant cells. Now this plasmodesmata can establishes the continuity between the adjacent cells through the pores present in the cell walls. Through the pores present in the cell wall. So this plasmodesmata actually establishes the continuity between the adjacent cells through the pores present in the cell wall. Now they have a thin plasma membrane. They have a thin plasma membrane. And may contain microtubules, and it may contain microtubules. So this plasmodesmata contains a thin plasma membrane and may contain microtubule. So this was the description about cell wall. Now we are going to discuss about nucleus. So now we are going to discuss about nucleus. Again, I'm going to discuss this through some points. So the first point is, it discovered by an English botanist. It was discovered by an English botanist Robert Brown in 1831 and is designated and it was designated as the director of the sale So the term nucleus was first discovered by English botanist Robert Brown in 1831 and it was designated as the director of the sales. Now the second point is it is the largest organelle within eukaryotic cells. It is the largest organelle within eukaryotic cells ranges from 5 to 25 millimeter in size. From 5 to 25 millimeter in size. So, it is the largest organelle within the eukaryotic cells and its length is 5 to 25 millimeter. Now, the third one is the nucleus is called karyology. Now, its nucleus is called karyology. The third one is, the fourth point, the next one is some cells like those of sheath tubes of vascular plants and RBCs of mammals do not possess nuclei at maturity. So, some cells like those of sheath tubes of vascular plants and RBCs of mammals and RBCs of mammals Mammals do not possess nuclei. Do not possess nuclei at maturity. At maturity. As they can no longer divide, their lifespan is limited. As they can no longer divide, their lifespan is limited. Now, it consists of nuclear envelope, or it consists of nuclear envelope Now, again, I'm going to discuss this in points. The first one is nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm or nuclear sap or nuclear sap or karyoplasm or karyoplasm or karyoplasm. Now, the second one is nucleolus. Now, the second one is nucleolus. The last one is nuclear reticulum. Nuclear reticulum. The next point is nuclear reticulum or chromatin reticulum or chromatin reticulum. Now, the sixth point is the term chromosome was coined by Voltaire in 1888. The term chromosome was coined by Voltaire in 1888. Again, the next point is the number is constant in the nucleus for a particular species. So their number is constant in the nucleus for a particular species. For a particular spaces. Now, the next one is according to centromeric position, chromosomes are of 5 types. Chromosomes are of 5 types. Again, I'm going to discuss this through some points. Now, the first one is telocentric chromosome. Telocentric chromosome. Where the centromere situated on one end, Now, the next one is acrocentric chromosome. Where with centromere little away from little away from the tip and from the tip and have one very small arm Now, the next one is submetacentric chromosome. Where these are L-shaped chromosome, with unequal arms, Now, the next one is metacentric chromosome. Where centromere in the middle with equal arms Now these are V-shaped. This type of chromosomes are V-shaped. These are V-shaped. And the last type is acentric. Now, this is without centromere. Without centromere. So, here I have discussed various features of nucleus that is present in a cell. So, in this video I have discussed about cell wall and nucleus, and these are two main cell organelles. Thank you.